Dun, 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 dun.
Perhaps some of you out there would consider the following judgment I'm about to give the Daily Wire not as well-rounded as perhaps would be ideal, and maybe a bit early, because I've only seen one of the two projects thus far released from them, given I haven't seen Run, Hide, Fight yet. Maybe some people are like, well, maybe you should watch that one first and then say something. I did cover that a while ago, though, and again, I've heard nothing but praise. I can certainly believe that based on the trailer that I saw. Looked like a very well-done film. But I have seen Shut In. I was able to attend the YouTube premiere last night. Absolutely loved the film. Really sophisticated watch. I mean, gritty. Definitely not one for... If you missed the premiere, it's definitely not a film for kids, but that does not mean that it isn't any... Or if I would say a general family audience. It's very adult-oriented, but it is such a good watch. Beautiful film. Very well made, and expertly acted. I forget her name, Randy Qualley, I think is her name, or whoever the lead was who was playing the mother. Incredible performance, absolutely incredible, as well as the additional cast. It's a really small movie, but very well done. I love films like that. But the future looks bright for the Daily Wire. And as I understand it, they had a couple of sneak previews yesterday in advance. I looked away because I knew, maybe hopefully they'll put the trailers out publicly, which they did after the fact, after the movie did the live stream, and then they, I guess, moved it over to their webpage, which, if you're not familiar with the Daily Wire, they're a pretty notable a media company, especially within the political and social cultural commentary space. They're definitely trying to get more of a footing within the entertainment venture, as Shut In is testament to. And if you do want to watch that film, as I believe Run, Hide, Fight, you can also watch it this way as well. Maybe you can pay for it, I don't know exactly, but you can go to their service on their webpage. I think they probably still have a promotional run going. I mean, I don't know that for sure. It was 30% off with the code Shut In last night. I think they would still have it going. They do promotions pretty often, but I would look at their site. They got a multi-tier plan you can subscribe to. You can support their work if you feel so inclined, and they're definitely one I would imagine. I have nothing but respect for throwing some money their way, and I need to, but they're definitely a good company to support with many entertainment ventures down the line coming. I didn't know this one was, because as I was saying, the premiere last night, they revealed some early teases of some of their films, going forward. Terror on the Prairie, the Gina Carano movie, that will be, I'm going to look at that in a separate video. I cannot wait for that one. But they also have this smaller film that I haven't heard about it yet, the Hyperions, which sounds interesting, at least from a first glance. And it's a pretty, it's a very original picture, but it has some inklings of pictures that I've seen that maybe many people would be familiar to, notably within the comic book superhero space. And again, I don't maybe, just if this is at a first glance looking at the synopsis, but I will say if you're a fan of Cary Elwes, he's in this, I believe, a lead role, and Tanner Buchanan from Cobra Kai. He's been in a couple of her TV films, notably lately, and some Netflix productions. He's been in some smaller projects. I think Cobra Kai is probably his most notable performance, but I absolutely love Tanner Buchanan. I cannot wait to see him in this. The director and the writer serving here, they're fresh eyes to me, but I'm willing to give them a chance, because again, if this is the Daily Wire, it's not their original project. I believe it's another acquired release from them, or for them, but it sounds like it has some potential. So as I was saying, you'll see some elements of familiarity here with this new film coming out March 10th, 2022, based upon the synopsis, which we'll look at the trailer in a second, but this is what it says according to IMDb. In 1960, Professor Ruckus Mandulbaum invented the Titan badge, a device that enables humans to have a particular superpower. He took in 3 down-on-their-luck youths, creating an unusual family of superheroes, and they quickly rose to fame and prestige. Over time, however, the commercial family fractured, and the professor replaced the team with a new set of superhero teens. Cut to 1979, when 2 of the original superheroes are all grown up and wanting their Titan badges back, even if it means robbing the professor's museum and taking a few hostages accidentally. So it's not like a mishap adventure, within the comic book realm, or something similar, right? Superpowers is what people think of in that brand. I think that's definitely a good fit, especially when it comes to the Daily Wire, with producing new projects. So far we've had, and again, I can't judge Run, Hide, Fight fully yet, but from what I saw, it looked great. Shut In, though, excellent thriller. Terror on the Prairie is going to be like a thriller western, right? So there's sort of like this undercurrent thriller vibe, and Run, Hide, Fight had that nature too. This is a bit different. It seems more, lighthearted and comedic. An interesting take. I mean, I think it's, the concept of a Titan badge bestowing superpowers, it's very interesting. This did, though, ring a bell. I mean, I don't know if other people maybe noticed this, and I haven't seen the full series. I really don't want to, in all honesty. I watched the first 2 episodes. After that, I just haven't been able to get back on it. And plus, right now, I'm boycotting Netflix because of the whole cuties thing. So I'm not, interested in giving them any of my money to watch the project. But Umbrella Academy rang a small bell, like the superhero family. You've got this overarching older character. I don't remember what he was called in that one, but maybe the grandfather. I forget exactly. But you've got the professor here, I believe, played by Cary Elwes. In fact, he's got a similar to Umbrella Academy. They had an animal in the group. He's got an eagle and a, what is the eagle wearing? Like a spacesuit? Anyway, no, like a fire. I don't know what to call that. Anyway. Rang a bell with some other projects that I've seen, like the concept of superhero family that, grows up and maybe get distant from one another, but then maybe some come back. And they want to, relive, I guess, their glory days, maybe. Or just, well, we'll see. We'll see what the characters' motives are, but I think the project sounds pretty strong. Again, it's sort of like a single... It's something special so far. It's something very unique from the project we've seen thus far for the Daily Wire, and it's coming out pretty quick. We're going to go ahead and watch this first. The main, I think they call it trailer number 1. Yes. And we'll talk about it more in my condensed review segment for us watching the video together. Like I said, Shut-In's a great movie. And it absolutely speaks to their credit as a movie distributor. They're doing very well. And, production company with Terror on the Prairie. I believe that would qualify. It's their movie. Without further ado, let's take a look at this. Here we go. I like seeing the Daily Wire branding. I like the general lighting for this. It does add to the comedic feel.
Everybody against the wall.
We've come for one thing. Our Titan badges.
Is this real?
Yes, ma'am. This is real.
Can I sign this?
Well, I want that too.
It's the police. They want to talk to whoever's in charge.
This Titan badge can grant an individual superhuman power.
Who doesn't love Cary
Perhaps
Elwes?
it's time for someone else to take on the responsibility. Me too.
Yeah, I like the shape of the badges too. They're very small, quite convenient. They're good prop.
I'd recommend next time using your power.
Yeah, if you think so.
Calling all Hyperions.
On my way.
You're making such a mess in here.
We've got a Hyperion en route.
So do they grant, like, different powers? So is it like a general mix? Or is it like one power per badge?
Suit up for adventure.
That looks interesting. Not sure what it was. Maybe like a Speed Force type power? Couldn't tell.
Next question. How's the family?
The family is, gosh, what is it?
Marvelous.
Looks charming. Oh, I like the italic font there too. A lot of superhero films use that, so that fits. Yep, only on Daily Wire. So I don't know if they're going to run, a premiere like they did for Shut-In. They might. I don't think they said anything. I haven't heard much about the Hyperion. Or, no, yeah. What was it? Yeah, the Hyperions. Plural. I don't know. Maybe they'll do another premiere like they did for Shut-In, but I mean, that would probably draw in a lot of like social media traffic and interest as well. I mean, Shut-In did. Shut-In's already like at 100% right now, still on Rotten Tomatoes, even though they haven't officially published it. They've had about 4 reviews that I'm making this. Maybe more at the time of that, I'll have to look. But so far, it's at 100%. Speaks to their adulation. Well, but granted, our mainstream critic, I did see a tweet earlier. I think Drunk Freepio made a video about it, which is why it came down my feed from some slash film reviewer or whatever, and who was all like, okay, movie journalists, we can't talk about Daily Wire productions. I mean, I don't know. I think you're giving the Daily Wire more inadvertent credit with that. But did we assume anything differently? We figured you wouldn't talk about the films anyway, but who cares what mainstream critics these days anyway, right? Anyway, this looks excellent. I mean, in terms of like a smaller release, I do like indie pictures quite a bit and lower budget stuff. Although this does have some bigger names attached, like Cary Elwes and Tanner Buchanan. The style of it is interesting too. I think I heard a video that was saying, I think it was Ben Shapiro and Jeremy Boring. Because I remember hearing that someone referred to this as Wes Anderson-esque. And he's a very interesting filmmaker. I mean, I've liked some of his films. Other ones, well, I don't know. I like the style of them. I do like more original releases and format, and Wes Anderson has a very unique vision. But I like the way this materializes. I mean, I still have a couple questions, like what exactly, or how do these devices function? Is it like, they grant a certain range of powers? Do they change? Are they consistent? Like you grab one button, it does this. You grab another button, it does that. There's a good, a balance in terms of the stuff. You got, I guess, one button that makes you bulletproof of Tanner Buchanan. Or, at least a little more tolerable to pain. Oh, no, maybe not bulletproof. Superhuman. Like a small flesh wound. And then you got, I seem to do a portal. The one with the white VFX. I'm not sure what that is. It almost looks like the thing from Star Wars, the Battlefront 2 game. What do they call those? The Ewok Wisties? I think they're Wisties. Like little firefly things that go flying around your head and cause damage to your character. They kind of look like that to me. I don't know if maybe that's what they were going for or something similar. Of course, it's going by a different name, whatever it is. But it kind of had that look. And sometimes, some might be like, well, it looks added in post. But I think it actually looks well or good here. Given that there is such a unique look to this film. I think it meshes better than I've seen maybe in some other films where maybe it wouldn't best fit. It works here. Again, like I said, the superhero brand is big these days. So, in terms of Daily Wire making projects within different genres that are very popular within mainstream Hollywood and posing themselves as, that eventual, well, I think Shut-In makes them that, but they're larger Hollywood competitor. You have to have a balance in terms of your brand. And I think this film certainly is a fitting venture into that. Again, some familiar similarities, notably, as I said, with some, Umbrella Academy things. Again, I know they're probably two very unique stories, but there are at least some similarities I noticed at least going in. But it looks like it has potential. So March 10th, we'll see what the film looks like. Again, I don't know if it'll be, an early YouTube premiere like they did this one, or if it's going to be exclusive to a Daily Wire service, in that which case you have to subscribe to watch it. But either way, I'll be excited to check it out. What are your guys' thoughts though with the Hyperions? Let me know down below. Don't forget all the good stuff, but subscribe, the sharing, that bell. Until we get to watch more from the Daily Wire in the future, like Terror on the Prairie. I can't wait to watch that one. I will see you guys at a point that happens to be. But for now, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourselves, dear fellow man. God bless and peace.